Ever since Grand Theft Auto 6 was officially announced, the community has been breaking down every single frame of footage. But a massive detail has been flying under the radar, and it changes how the game's criminal underworld will function. Rockstar is building a highly complex, volatile war zone, carved up by armed street crews, organized crime families, rural militias, and brutal international syndicates. If they stay true to how Florida actually operates, every single district will have its own criminal structure controlling the local economy. Let's start with the newest faction officially confirmed by Rockstar, the PTT Youngs. Described as one of Southside Vice City's most socially active gangs, this crew represents the intersection of modern street culture and criminal enterprise. When Rockstar says socially active, they mean social media clout. This is a gang deeply embedded in the digital age, filming their crimes, revving custom bikes for views, and streaming their illegal exploits online. We see guys with colorful hair and green dreadlocks recording street takeovers and dirt bike stunts, completely unbothered by the law, because online views matter more than the risk. The most interesting thing about the PTT Youngs is how they tie into a brand new gameplay feature. Pre-order information confirmed that players will be able to raid a specific PTT Youngs compound, which acts as an illegal goods store. The goal is to hit the compound, fight through security, and escape safely with rare contraband. This heavily implies that GTA 6 is bringing back a massive mechanic inspired by Red Dead Redemption 2. Players will be able to hit these gang strongholds across Leonida, gather high-value stolen goods, and store them in secure lockers inside their personal garages or safe houses. From there, you will have to find a shady fence to sell the goods for massive payouts. Raiding these territory hubs is going to be a primary source of income. Moving out of the city and into the rural region of Ambrosia, we meet the Final Chapter Motorcycle Club. This outlaw biker gang looks to fill the massive shoes left by the Lost MC from Grand Theft Auto 5. Founded in 1982, the Final Chapter is an established organization involved in heavy trafficking, protection rackets, and regional extortion. Official screenshots show them riding a massive variety of custom bikes through the highways of Ambrosia. What stands out immediately is the strict internal hierarchy. One high-ranking member was spotted wearing a patch that explicitly says, Enforcer. This confirms a structured chain of command that will likely play a massive role in how they interact with Jason and Lucia. The Final Chapter uses legitimate fronts to mask their massive smuggling operations, and they protect their interests with extreme prejudice. If we travel further out into the country toward Port Gellhorn, the criminal vibe shifts completely. Port Gellhorn used to be a thriving coastal vacation spot, but today it is a rundown shadow of its former self, filled with cheap motels and empty strip malls. This economic decay has created a breeding ground for a ruthless hillbilly mafia and a radical far-right militia. Port Gellhorn is an absolute hub for narcotics. Official images show hardened criminals with bullet scars and baseball bats guarding hidden marijuana grow operations right in the backyard of these decaying properties. The far-right militia operating in this area adds a dangerous political layer to the mix. These aren't just street thugs. They are organized, heavily armed ideologues who likely control the more rural, isolated towns, making them a volatile threat to anyone entering their territory. Back in the heart of Vice City, the street-level turf wars are heavily influenced by demographics. One of the primary factions returning to dominance is the San4San gang, which controls the Haitian quarters. In the trailers, we see the distinct San4San emblem painted on the walls of Little Haiti. This area is highly territorial, with members wearing blue bandanas as a nod to classic Vice City lore. These modern Haitian crews are tightly knit, incredibly brutal, and control the local drug flow, arms dealing, and human smuggling. Sharing the city's territory are the deep-rooted Cuban street gangs ruling Little Havana. Much like real-world history, these organizations have been embedded in Vice City's infrastructure for over 40 years. They run sophisticated white-collar fraud, protection rackets, and massive cocaine distribution networks, straight from the shipping ports, using deep community loyalty as a shield against the police. Adding fuel to that fire is the sudden rise of younger, highly aggressive Venezuelan criminal networks. These crews represent the new blood on the streets. They are young, ruthless, and completely reject the old-school rules of honor and territory. They are incredibly flashy, obsessed with designer clothes, luxury vehicles, and digital clout, and they are actively challenging the established Cuban and Haitian syndicates for a piece of the pie. Above all these street-level crews sit the massive international cartels, who view Vice City as a massive logistical hub for importing thousands of kilos of narcotics into the country. The biggest wild card in all of this is the rumored return of the Vercetti crime family. Pre-order information revealed a special weapon pack, explicitly stating they were sourced directly from the Vercetti Estate. While the legendary Tommy Vercetti belongs to the old 3D universe timeline, his legacy is officially canon in the HD universe. The Vercetti Empire may very well be the shadow organization running the entire city. Or perhaps their sudden collapse has left a massive power vacuum that every other gang is trying to fill. When you piece all this information together, it points to a groundbreaking gameplay loop. If Rockstar implements an updated version of the memory system from Red Dead Redemption 2, your actions against these gangs will have permanent consequences. If you rob a PTT Young store or ambush a biker weapon shipment without a mask, those factions will remember your face. You could be driving through Vice City chapters later and find yourself completely ambushed in a dynamic random encounter by a crew seeking revenge. With turf lines constantly shifting and independent gang wars breaking out without player intervention, Leonida is shaping up to be the most dangerous, reactive criminal underworld ever created.